wanted to plan a birthday party for your pup. Today is Mitzy the Boxer's 3rd birthday, and we're throwing her a party. Turning 3 in doggy years is just the same as 21 in human years. We've set up the party table and we've used blueberry muffin cones, chicken mince muffins with sweet potato topping, a peach ring cake, blueberry ice pops, frozen apple juice treat and toys, and strawberry ice ring. These are all dog-friendly recipes which can be found on our channel. Our party guests are the 2 Moodles, Oscar and Wally, Roland and the birthday girl Mitzy. A great location for the birthday party is your own home. If you have a fully fenced backyard, this is ideal. You can then set it up beforehand and be ready for your canine guests to arrive. Another alternative is a public dog park or a beach that's designated for dogs, but you do risk uninvited gate crashes. Although we set up the party table for some great pics, we then moved to the picnic blanket. The party guests were definitely more comfortable eating at ground level. Think about how many dogs you can comfortably cater for when deciding on how many guests to invite. Make sure the dogs you have invited are already friends to avoid any conflict. Invite the guests' owners to stay for the party and let them know they'll be required to supervise their own dog. Mitzy had lots of fun finding her birthday presents frozen in the apple juice. Happy birthday, Mitzy! Along with the party toys and treats, make sure there's a good supply of fresh drinking water. It's also a good idea to have a time-out place or an area where dogs can go if they need some space to calm down. Have some frisbees and balls out for playing games, and if it's a hot day, fill a toddler pool with water for water games. Supply dry towels for any wet guests. Also provide plastic bags for any doggy cleanups. The pups all loved coming into this princess tent, not only for time out, but also to get a hug or a pat.
Now everybody loves bubbles, especially Mitzy.
If you like this video, subscribe, like and share. Today we're making blueberry muffins baked in ice cream cones. These are perfect to serve at a dog birthday party or celebration time. We're using flat-bottomed ice cream cones, shredded coconut. We've set aside a small quantity of blueberries just for decoration. We're using an ice cream scoop as a nice and easy way to fill the muffin mixture into the cone. We also have a spatula and a fork. We have a quantity of natural unsweetened yogurt full of calcium. I've also set aside a small quantity of the yogurt to use for topping. Some ripe mashed banana, beaten eggs and lactose-free milk. Many dogs cannot digest the lactose in normal milk. We use whole wheat flour and of course blueberries, which are a superfood. We have some baking powder, some cinnamon and baking soda. We're using a foil covered oven tray. We have a cake cooler and 2 different sized bowls as well as our electric mixer. In a large bowl, whisk together the flour, baking powder, baking soda and cinnamon. The cinnamon will help your doggy's breath to smell sweet. Give the dry mixture a quick stir just to blend through. With a fork, stir in the blueberries until they're coated with the flour mixture. Add the eggs to the medium-sized bowl and beat with the electric mixer. Add the yogurt, the lactose-free milk and the mashed banana to the egg mixture and whisk with the electric blender until well combined. Make a well in the centre of the dry ingredients and pour in the wet mixture. Stir with a wooden spoon until thoroughly combined. Now take the ice cream scoop and fill each of the ice cream cones 2/3 full. Tap each cone onto the surface of the table just to allow the mixture to go right to the bottom of the cone. I'm using the silicone muffin tray just for extra stability. Bake for 15 to 20 minutes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Test with a toothpick to make sure they're fully cooked. It should come out clean and dry. If you slightly overfill the cone, like I have, just trim to the shape of the muffin cone. Dip each muffin cone first into the natural yogurt and then into the coconut. Pop a blueberry onto each of the cones for decoration. If you dip each blueberry into natural yogurt, it will sit nicely on top of the cone. These muffin cones were a favourite at Mitzy the Boxer's birthday party. This is a quick and easy, convenient way to make your pup a high-protein meal at home. Chicken mince is high in protein and low in calories, fabulous if your dog has a weight problem. Our tools today: we have an ice cream scoop, we have lean chicken mince, we have a muffin tray and a knife. Slice the tray of chicken mince into 6 even slices. Scoop equal quantities to fill the muffin tray. Microwave on a high heat for approximately 5 minutes. Microwave oven temperatures can vary. When the chicken mince is cooked, it will appear a white colour. Remove the chicken mince muffins from the muffin tray and place on a plate to cool. This taste test was done at Mitzy's 3rd birthday party. Today's recipe is a super easy superfood topping. Superfoods pack a lot of punch for their weight as far as goodness goes, and some human superfoods are also great for our dogs. Let's get started. Tools and equipment: a knife and a peeler, sweet potato, carrots and pumpkin. We have an electric blender, piping bags and a manual masher. Wash and peel the sweet potato and cut into small sized cubes. Sweet potatoes have high anti-inflammatory properties. They're great for fighting off the onset of inflammatory bowel disease in dogs. Peel and slice carrots. They're great for heart health and the beta-carotene is awesome for eyesight. Lastly, peel and slice the pumpkin. Pumpkin is full of minerals and antioxidants and rich in fibre. It's also great for digestive problems in your dog. Boil these vegetables for at least 10 to 15 minutes or until they're soft and tender. Mash roughly with the manual masher and add lactose-free milk. Transfer the mixture to a large mixing bowl. We're going to use the electric blender to ensure the mixture is lump-free. Superfoods are nutrient-rich and they're considered to be especially beneficial for health and well-being. Spoon the topping into a piping bag. Our superfood topping adds a great splash of colour and a delicious flavour to all your home baking. Here we use the topping to decorate our chicken mince muffins. Today we're going to make our pups this delicious peach upside down ring cake. Tools and ingredients: we have our electric blender, we have cooking spray, a spatula, a fork and our silicone ring cake mould. We also have sliced peaches, baking powder, baking soda, cinnamon, blueberries, lactose-free milk, whole wheat flour, low-fat yogurt, mashed ripe banana and eggs. We're using this cake cooling rack and 2 mixing bowls. Now let's get started. To the large bowl, add all the dry ingredients. We'll list all the measurements and conversions that you need in the description box below. Lastly, add the blueberries and just give them a quick stir through. Now take a second bowl and add the eggs. Give them a quick whisk. Add the yogurt, the lactose-free milk, and lastly the mashed banana. Use your electric blender here to really blend them through to a nice smooth mixture. Pour the wet ingredients into the dry in our large mixing bowl and stir through thoroughly. Lightly spray the silicone ring mould. Lay out the sliced peaches on the bottom of the cake mould. I'm using canned drained peaches, you can also use fresh. Pour the cake batter over the peaches in the cake mould and spread evenly. Pop into a hot oven, 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius, and bake for approximately 35 minutes. Test the cake with a toothpick, it should come out clean. Make sure you let the cake cool down before feeding to your dog. We use this recipe for Mitzy's 3rd birthday party. Today we're going to make blueberry ice yogurt pops. We have a measuring bowl with water, ice block molds, plain live cultured yogurt, blueberries which are a superfood, and a spoon. Measurements and conversions will be listed in the description box below. Add a cup of plain yogurt to the cup of water in the jug, mixed together with the spoon. Add a few blueberries to the inside of each of the ice pop molds. Top up the molds with the yogurt water mixture. Pop the tops on, and it's time to put them in the freezer. Freeze for several hours until they are frozen solid. Once they're frozen, remove from the freezer. Submerge them for just a few seconds in a tub of cold water. They should be easily removed from the mold. Because these ice block molds do have a plastic handle, make sure that you hold the handle as you feed to the pup and supervise while he's eating. Blueberries are classed as a dog superfood. They're rich in antioxidants and a good source of fibre. Natural unsweetened yogurt is a great source of calcium. Mitzy and Roland both really love these frozen treats. We hope you enjoyed watching how to make this frozen blueberry ice treat today. We welcome your comments and feedback. As the weather gets hotter, it's a good thing to think about ways to keep your pup cool. Dogs can get heat stroke in hot weather. Today we're going to freeze apple juice and water in a large container, and we're going to add a few toys and treats. This frozen apple juice should not take the place of fresh drinking water. It is designed to be a frozen treat, a sometimes food, not an everyday food. Layer the container with the treats and the toys and simply pour the apple juice over the top. Use pure apple juice that contains no added sugar or preservatives. Some over-the-counter fruit juices can be very high in sugar, so do remember to read the label. You can also make your own homemade apple juice by mixing equal parts of apple juice and water in a blender. Take your container and pop it in the freezer overnight. Remember, the larger your container, the longer it will take to freeze. Once it's frozen, you remove it from the freezer and just submerge it in a sink of cold water for a few minutes. This will be easy to turn out onto a tray. Now it's ready to be taken outside and turned out onto the grass. The frozen ice will dissolve and the fun begins when the toys and treats are exposed. Did you know apple juice is a remedy for constipation? Healthy dogs can drink fresh apple juice in small quantities. Today we're going to make a frozen strawberry yogurt ice treat. Tools and ingredients: we have sliced strawberries, we have live cultured yogurt, a silicone cake ring, some water, a mixing bowl, a knife and a spoon. To slice up some fresh strawberries, make sure you do trim the green off the strawberries because green stems and leaves are toxic to the dog, but the strawberry fruit is healthy. Add a cup of the live yogurt to the water mixture. Quantities and conversions will be listed in the description box below. Stir in these two ingredients until they are blended. Line the bottom of the cake ring with fresh strawberry pieces and pour the liquid on top. Dogs can and do eat fruit. Wild dogs, foxes, dingoes, they all eat fruit. Just avoid any fruits on the toxic food list. Now pop this in the freezer for several hours until frozen solid. Remove from the freezer and turn out onto a tray. Raw fruit is excellent as another nutritious part of your dog's diet. The yogurt is full of calcium and good nutrition. This strawberry ice ring could be broken into serving sizes, great for several dogs to share on a hot day, or put portions into freezer bags and freeze. Thank you for watching this tutorial today. We hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please subscribe to our channel so you can be kept up to date with our weekly uploads. Like us on Facebook, but above all, have a fantastic week.